I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Divya Parekh. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
It is going beautiful. How are you doing?
I am excellent. I'm excellent. In Trinidad, we have a saying, if it's nice, do it twice. Last night, we didn't get through with this call, but you're back. So I'm guessing it's nice, right? Divya, please tell us, what part of the world are you in right now?
I'm in North Carolina, US.
Wonderful. And which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time?
Well, I think so. There was something in my profile that made me find you, and you found me. I think so. The way it worked out was, you reached out to me and said that, you are doing this lovely job of podcasting and interviewing different people, and that's how we connected.
Well, that's great. So what is the skill set that you represent on LinkedIn?
The skill set that I represent on LinkedIn is the power of cultivating partnerships.
Who did you learn that skill from?
That is something to be said. I learned it from my dad because that was one of the things I saw him cultivate day in and day out in his own life, where he recognized people and he was always supporting people to succeed. And when you help others to succeed, you automatically form relationships, and those relationships sometimes turn into partnerships.
Did you like that quality in him, like growing up around him? Is that something you liked?
Oh, I loved it.
Intriguing. All right, so you're helping others understand the power of partnerships, and you learned that from your father to some level, right? Why will you continue to repeat that skill, Divya?
Well, there are two aspects, right? One is I'll really like doing that, and secondly, it makes me feel good, because think about it, it's one of my life's major goals to have a huge impact and outreach. So when I'm helping somebody, now let's say somebody is successful, they're happy, and now they're impacting people in their circle of influence, and then people who are in their circle of influence, when they're happy, they're impacting somebody else. And there are scientific studies that have shown that the happiness is contagious. So what a better way to live your life than have not only primary impact, but have secondary and tertiary reach.
That's intriguing. So where's the best place for people to follow your path and what you do, Divya?
The best way to follow my path is, I think so the way you can do is it's as simple as putting in small acts in your day-to-day life, considering yourself as part of a bigger whole rather than thinking that I'm a separate individual. Because if you think about it, whether we are sitting at a table or we are working on a computer, or even if we are eating a banana, it just does not happen on its own. So yes, we are individuals, we are independent, and yet we are interdependent. Everything we get, we don't grow our own cotton and make our own clothes. We don't grow our own food and make our own food. So that said, it's a whole society. So just kind of knowing that we are part of a bigger whole, and thinking of another person as a fellow human being. And when you consider other person as a fellow human being, you don't need an introduction. You smile at them and you make that connection, whether it's a stranger or whether it's your neighbor. And that will cut down on these distances that have been created in the modern society and bring back humanity in our day-to-day lives.
Is that challenging sometimes to do?
I don't think so. Like, think about it. If you're just, walking down the street, sometimes you could, let's say, if you're walking on a trail regularly, you probably meet strangers, and then those become familiar faces, and you could just say good morning, good evening, give them a smile. It's as simple as that, and you can make somebody's day just by smiling or opening a door for someone. Or if there's traffic, letting a car in.
Tell me, Divya, one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
Well, one thing that I've done consistently over the last 3 years is working on myself, continuously learning and continuously improving.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, that makes me feel good because, it's the way I see it is that when you evaluate your life, then you are working on what has worked well, you keep on assimilating it, and then whatever has not worked well, you can continue to improve on it.
You make that sound so simple.
Well, I'll tell you, it sounds simple, but it's not easy.
Definitely not, right? Like it's definitely a challenge. So why would you suggest to someone that they even consider those steps to improve themselves?
Well, one simple thing, think about any body of water. Unless the water is moving, and when the water is stagnant, you find it becoming incubated with bacteria, it starts smelling, you have mosquitoes, bugs flying in it. So similarly, life is like that. If you are not improving, if you're not growing, then you are going to become status quo and negativity and thoughts that will pull you down, and you'll not be living life. You'll be passing through life and maybe sometimes even to your detriment. Whereas if you're moving, where you're learning, where you're growing, you are evolving as a human being, and that's what we are here for. You're helping others and you let the joy in. You open up the windows of life and let the fresh air of joy and happiness and fulfillment in.
Amazing audience, you're hearing it live here from Divya Parekh. Divya, where's the best place for someone to connect with you online?
They can reach out to me on my website. It is www.divyaparekh.com, and I'll spell out my name for you. It's D as in David, I, V as in Victor, Y-A, P as in Paul, A as in Apple, R as in Robert, E, K as in Kevin, H as in Harry. www.divyaparekh.com.
Love it. Well, Divya, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Divya, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Earliest childhood memory is when you talk about blue Caribbean waters, I remember going by the beach and picking up shells and running into the water, ocean water, and just giggling with laughter and joy, as you evade the waves that are coming in and just having simple fun and pleasure.
How old do you think you were?
I think so. I was probably like 4 or 5 at that time.
Wow, why do you think this memory is so clear? And how do you see this memory connecting to who you are today?
The way it reminds me is, letting that childhood curiosity continue into the adulthood as well, and enjoying the moment and bringing mindfulness into your presence.
Well, there we go. Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind? Yeah, I love the idea, Divya, of how that thought picture connects so much in the idea of what you teach, which is to cultivate power partnerships, understanding that there is a power partnership between you and yourself that definitely needs to be established first. And to see you as a child on that beach, connecting with the fun and joy of that moment is pretty intriguing to me.
Oh, thank you. And as you're talking about the power partnership with yourself, I definitely covered that in my recent book, The Entrepreneur's Garden. I talk about 9 relationships. It shows us, how those 9 relationships can make our lives full and how we can thrive and enjoy our lives as we live it and help others.
That's great. And if we fast forwarded to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
What was my favorite song? Gee, probably, it's hard to remember. I think so. It was probably one of the, Those Were the Days, something like that. Or, yeah, probably I would say that.
Those Were the Days. All right. Who sang that? Okay, right.
Sound of Music.
Oh, the Sound of Music. All right. All right, my friend. Well, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there is a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Divya, are you ready?
Sure.
Divya, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Sure, it's okay. Have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Oh, yes.
Are you married?
Every one of my clients, every one of my friends that I interact with, and if I can leave a piece of me with them, it will travel with them. And of course, my books are my vehicle to pass on the skills to all my readers.
Are you married?
Yes.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
I don't watch much TV.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yeah, I would say maybe, sometimes it's only 1 to 2 hours a week.
All right. And what about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Yeah.
More than 8?
Yes.
All right.
It's between phone and computer.
All right, Divya, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, what would you say that is?
What I say is that let's all learn together, grow together, succeed together, and create a community of independent individuals who are interdependent on each other and who are willing to support each other.
Love it. Divya, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Well, I would just say, spread the peace and love in the world.
Love it. Divya Parekh, this was a great pleasure. Thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.